Welcome to Maiden Mother Crone Tarot, where we hold sacred space for divine divergence. My name is Kayla, and I'm so glad you've joined me. Today we're going to do a shadow work reading, channeling the Crone's archetypal energy on the topic of you've outgrown the lie. Getting into this energy, it's quite heavy. I find myself having to catch my breath a good bit. Keep needing to take deep breaths. So already I feel like whatever topic comes up today, whatever lie you've outgrown, it's been very heavy. Let's begin. Crone, can you please help illuminate for my collective? What lie have they outgrown? What part of their shadow do they need to release? I wasn't planning on taking this many cards, but I'm starting to learn that I don't need to have assumptions because these spirits come through with what they want to come through. I'm going to save this last deck for guidance at the end. That is affirmations for a badass, I believe. What messages for my collective for the lie they've outgrown? Working through their shadow, please, Crone. And the Death card comes out. I'm not surprised working with the Crone. What other messages, please, Crone, for this lie that my collective has outgrown? Working with their shadow. What are they ready to release? What are they ready to blossom through? Okay. So the first card that came through was Dolphin Spirit. If I can get this up. It's Dolphin Spirit number 20. This and that are true. Then we have Ant Spirit. Ant Spirit has been coming out quite frequently in my readings. Number 1, time to collaborate. And Porcupine Spirit. 48. Time for beginner mind. Time for beginner mind. $39, creativity. $33 with integration. Oh, that's a beautiful card for this reading. And then again, number 8 with the Death card. And then we have Cup of Tea, Patience Reassessment. Okay. Winter, an ending, recharging, reflection. We actually saw a cardinal today while we were at the park with our kids. My daughter said, "Mom, People said those are angels. And I said, yes, they are, sweetie. So maybe somebody's angel's coming through for them today. And then moss agate with positivity and change. Feel like right off the bat that the crone is coming through and trying to illuminate your current mental state on truth. With the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. In time for a beginner mind. I feel like there is a certain perspective you have that you think there's only one way to do something. Maybe you're working with an individual here, working with a group of people. This could be family, this could be friends, this could be your coworkers. And maybe you have different cultural backgrounds, maybe you have different spiritual backgrounds, different values. And I think you might have the thought or the mental approach that there's only one truth, that there's only one way to do something, that there's a fixed way, one way, this way, must be done this way. And I feel like the crone is trying to show you that that's a lie that's coming from your shadow, that you are unfamiliar with this other way, you're unfamiliar with the unknown. It could even be just a way of doing things. You're unfamiliar with the unknown. And so instead of exploring different alternatives, instead of valuing others' opinions, others' perspectives, you've just shut them down because you're like, no, this is the way. This is the way. But we're being invited to collaborate here. Dolphin Spirit is saying this and that are true. There can be two truths at the exact same time. In this world right now, there is someone that thinks that this is the best life ever, and someone thinks that the world couldn't be any worse. Those two experiences are 100% true, 100% valid, but they're polar opposites. They're both true. So the crone is trying to illuminate for you that it's time to approach the situation with a beginner's mind. It's time to learn how to collaborate and learn how to break out of that limiting belief, that shadow that's tried to protect you from the unknown. It's time to become friends with the unknown, to integrate this shadow, to put it to rest, for it to die, so that you can embrace this creativity. I can't remember the quote, but it had something to do with the unknown and chaos, and how when you're manifesting something new, it's the fertility of that chaos is how it comes through. And most people are scared of change, scared of the unknown. And I can tell you, I used to be one of them. I'm still trying to overcome this myself. I would have unrealistic panic attacks. I was afraid to do anything. I was always hovering as a parent. Anything unknown was bad. And my body was stuck in a loop of survival mode. But I learned how to challenge those beliefs, how to challenge that anxiety, how to reprogram my mind to change from thinking that the unknown was bad to the unknown was exciting. The unknown was opportunity. The unknown was fun. And that integration, that switch, I still have a healthy respect of the unknown. I still have the knowledge that at any moment things could completely change, but I no longer allow that to rule my life. It's time to collaborate with others, to collaborate with other ideas, to value both sides of the story, both sides of the coin. They're still the same coin. To have a beginner's mind and integrate this new philosophy into your life. Now, the crone is showing us here that you're going to have to reassess a lot of things. a core belief this large is going to challenge every other part of your life. So this is going to be something that requires a lot of patience. Winter, an ending, recharging, and reflection. While you're reassessing, not everything has to go, right? Your spirit guides, God, your angels, they're all with you through this process of integration. Endings aren't scary. Endings are part of life. When you learn to surrender, when you learn to find comfort in the unknown, and you think of the unknown, you think of this big abyss, this just blackness, right? And instead of thinking it as something that you fall into, think of it as something that you wrap yourself in, that cocoons you. Use a positive mind to facilitate this change in your perspective. And this lie that there's only one truth, that there's only one way, that there's only your way, that the unknown is bad. Get creative. Collaborate with others, especially if it's... I hope this is someone that you trust enough to be able to open up to about this so that you can get their perspective, and hopefully it would be able to help you work through these things. I really feel like you can have others pour into you in this situation here with this card. Maybe it would be beneficial for you to work with this moss agate here. All right, I'm feeling led to go ahead and pull tarot. Crone, what other messages can you give us today on this lie about the unknown being bad, about there being only one way? What advice can you give my collective to help facilitate this integration during this reassessment period where they're recharging and choosing positivity? I have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. She gave us the Four of Cups. Three of Pentacles, again with that collaboration. The Four of Pentacles. Four of Cups stands for disinterest or refusal. I feel like that's kind of how you're approaching the situation right now. You see your way is the only way, but it doesn't look very appealing, to be honest. We have these much sturdier cups down here, much more foundational, much more reliable, but he's refusing to see them. And then we have this Three of Pentacles, which is all about collaboration, working together. It's all about building something with others, using focused energy. See how they're all pulling together? All of them are using all their energy to bring this through, to pull this through. Maybe this is something you're trying to manifest, and Crone is encouraging you here. There's something about your manifestation that you are afraid of, that the unknown scares you. And she's encouraging you to work with others on this. Pull through your vision. Pull through this truth. Pull it towards you. Out of this darkness, this cosmic womb. The Four of Pentacles here, I definitely feel like this is definitely guardedness, right? Definitely miserly. He does not look like he wants to let go of this. This could be a deep-seated belief for you guys. He definitely looks afraid. He looks like he doesn't want to relinquish control or surrender to the situation. He wasn't going to give anybody any of that. But what are the opposite of these cards, right? The opposite of this Four of Pentacles is having a strong foundation. I talked about that here with these cups looking like they were more foundationally strong. If you can alter your perspective, if you can embrace this other perspective, approach this differently, acknowledging this and that are true, both ways get you to the interstate. One's not necessarily better than the other. They're just different ways. Use this to create the stability that you're lacking, to create this solid foundation in the unknown. Gonna keep going. Any other messages, please, Crone? See, guys, the Fool. We have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. How different could these guys be? We have a dragon and a snail. Completely different, of the air, of the ground. Fast, slow, fiery, grounded. But they're both looking at each other like, oh, I see you. No challenge, just acknowledgement of presence. That's what she's asking you to do here. Especially with this Two of Cups, right? Three of Cups, again with community. Seven of Wands and Ten of Wands. The Three of Cups is all about community. It's all about celebrating together, connection, friendship, fun, having a good time. The Seven of Wands, standing your ground. You can be in your truth and still acknowledge someone else's. It doesn't mean you're surrendering that your truth is no longer valid, but you can light the way for others to feel confident to stand in their truth. And then you can both stand in your truths together. This is completely possible. This lie that you've been carrying for so long, that the unknown is bad, that there's only one way, there's only one truth. It's really heavy. The Crone just wants you to surrender today, to just let it go, to burn it up. It's time for this belief to die so that you can integrate and you can join this community that's waiting for you on the other side. You can collaborate with these spirits that are aligned with you to bring you into a better place in your life. You can have more stability. You can be more generous. And you can set an example for others in your life. I'm going to go ahead and pull our last 4 card messages. This is tough work, guys. This is a tough shadow. I remember when I went through this. She doesn't wait for opportunity. She creates it. Look at that right here with this creativity. Maybe someone isn't going to make this easy for you. Maybe you're going to have to create this opportunity for yourself. Maybe this is a mirror. What you're feeling right now is something that someone else is also feeling when they see you. You both have this. I'm sorry for the language. I'm grateful for this effing amazing life I've built. Positivity here, right? can you be thankful for what you have, for this, the way you see life? For the life that you built, can you be grateful for it? And not feel threatened by other people with different opinions, different values, different beliefs? Can you be grateful that you live in a place where that's even allowed? And maybe you don't. And if you don't, I'm so sorry. I honestly have no clue what that's like. Please share your story with me, please. So I can expand my own consciousness and my own understanding of what you're going through. Time for a beginner's mind, okay? Positivity and change. You can learn something from anyone. If you're willing to put aside your own biases, your own fears, and listen. If you're willing to be receptive and open, if you're willing to flow, you can stand in your truth and respectfully flow and learn from others. I'm not afraid to take up space and shine like the star that I am, right? You are a star. You are a star. Oh, wow, I don't 100% understand this, but aren't stars born when galaxies collapse? Or something like that? It's like, and then that's how a star is created. With this death card here and the star, that's what made me think about that. That is such a magnificent phenomenon. Like, not even magnificent's not the word. It's such a massive phenomena for that to happen. This is not beginner's work here. Whoever I'm talking to, you've got your work cut out for you. You've been working on this. I feel like you've already been working on this. But the crone is telling you, if you can collaborate with others, they can help make this load a lot easier. They can help you put down some of this weight. You just don't have to be afraid. You're not alone, okay? Be patient and know it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Sending love and light to anybody that is open to receive it. Thanks for joining me today. This is definitely not what I was expecting for the crone to bring up today. I'm telling you, these archetypes keep surprising me every single time we do a reading. Oh, wow. If you want to check out the most recent reading that I did that also had the ant spirit, I will link it right here for you. Always remember, come as you are, stay as you become. Bye, guys.